A lot of exciting work has already occurred on Seltice Way, and there's more to come in the next few weeks we want to make sure you're aware of. Hi, I'm Sam Taylor, Deputy City Administrator for the City of Coeur d'Alene. Behind me, you'll see a brand new roundabout on Seltice Way starting to take shape, probably be constructed in the next few weeks. We spent the day learning a little bit about the Seltice Way Revitalization project and spoke with contractor Tommy LaRiviere, engineers from Welchcomer Engineering, and city engineer Chris Bosley about how the project's been going. Let's have a look and listen to how it's all been taking shape.
Job's going good. Like I say, it's been a little bit of a challenge, but the job's been really well. It's been a great partnership with the city, with the engineering group and everything. It's been an awesome project so far.
Well, it all started a year ago in the planning phase with the public outreach in the middle of design. It was a pretty intense effort to notify the public that this is a pretty transformative project. It's going to be somewhat intrusive during construction, and I think the work we did up front was pretty beneficial.
You heard Tommy and Matt talk a little bit about how the project's been going and how we started. Let's hear them talk a little bit about the challenges we faced as well as the focus on public safety while construction's occurring.
Some of the main challenges that we've faced so far is one's been obviously the traffic, trying to coordinate with the public, make sure the public's safe, trying to get everybody in and out of their businesses, different things like that. There's been a few challenges with the earthwork portion of the project, but everything was able to be solved and overcome easily.
Now, when you first start a construction project like this and you switch traffic over the way we did, the public's in a little bit of shock, and so it took a little while for traffic to settle down. There's a little bit of frustration with that because we've taken and essentially cut the capacity in half, and changed some timing at the traffic signals, but people have been patient.
Our primary focus has been to keep the public safe. We lowered the speed limit on Seltice. We've got an excellent subcontractor, Traffic Corp. They've been able to really execute on the barrel safety, the Type 3s, driving the job 2 or 3 times a day. We've got our own employees that drive the job 2 or 3 times a day. Really trying to focus on keeping it tight, keeping it safe, keeping the speeds down. The City of Coeur d'Alene's been great with the law enforcement helping us out, keep the speed limits down. And so far, the public's really adapted to it.
As Tommy said, our number one priority was to keep people safe. And sometimes we trade convenience for safety. You know, safety goes up, convenience goes down just a little bit just to keep people safe. But as construction's gone forward, things have settled down and traffic's running smooth.
City engineer Chris Bosley spoke with us to give the perspective from the city on how the project has been going.
We're doing this because the old roadway that was constructed back in the early mid-20s, in early 40s and into the 50s, the concrete is failing and it really needed to be rehabilitated. And we see this as a good way to really stimulate this corridor to get some more economic vitalization going.
For those maybe not fully up to date or in the know on what the Seltice Revitalization project is all about, Chris gave us a little bit of an update on the roundabout as well as additional exciting improvements related to bicyclists and pedestrians in this corridor.
Originally, the intersections at Atlas and at Grand Mill were proposed to be signalized intersections because that's a pretty standard intersection. But with all the right-of-way that we've got available here, we looked at the cost of putting in roundabouts versus the signals, and it turns out that they were pretty equal or even a bit cheaper for the roundabouts, and they provide a lot more opportunities for kind of placemaking and to really give the corridor an identity. So we looked at traffic and how that would be accommodated with roundabouts, and it turns out that it will handle the traffic that's in this corridor as well as the truck traffic. So it looked to be an exciting alternative to putting in signalized intersections, which would save money for the city in the future because of the lower maintenance costs. The trail that is proposed along both sides of Seltice Way is going to be a tremendous improvement for the non-motorized travelers in our community. Anyone who's ridden a bicycle down Seltice Way in the past will know that it's a hair-raising experience to ride on the concrete with the potholes, with traffic right off your shoulder. With these improvements, we're going to have buffered bike lanes so the faster moving cyclists can ride comfortably next to traffic, whereas The novice cyclists, or those who like a lower stress environment, as well as the dog walkers and pedestrians, they can all be using the 12-foot wide shared use paths that are being built on each side of this corridor. It's really going to help move non-motorized transportation throughout this corridor.
Everybody that we know so far has been really pleased. They said that this road's been needing to be done for the last 40 years.
In about 3 weeks, we'll end up doing a switch over of traffic. So we'll get all the traffic on the new phase, 1 lane each direction, and start construction over here on the north side.
Really the biggest thing that people can do is just alter your route or your timing of that route to try not to make it during those peak morning and PM times that most of the traffic congestion is being realized.
Thanks so much for learning a little bit more about the Seltice Revitalization project here with us today. Make sure you learn about this project and all other city projects at cdaid.org/projects. And remember that in the coming weeks, transition of traffic is going to occur from one side of the road to the other. So make sure that you're following along with us on Facebook at facebook.com/CDAGov for all of those updates. Again, check out that project page as well. For the City of Coeur d'Alene, I'm Sam Taylor. Have a great day.